what is going on? How come people are working so hard? What is going on? So that was a realization. It's crazy. It's crazy because we don't have time. We don't have time to live. You know, that like it's like we live to work, and that is not fun. Around 2010, I was going through one of the lowest points in my life. You know, I had ended a relationship that I did not know what to do. I had been laid off. It was like crazy. And I got into this coaching program, and that's when I heard about neurolinguistic programming. And to tell you the truth, it really put me on edge. What the hell is this, right? Yeah. I mean, programming, right? But curiosity got the best of me, and I began, you know, doing a little bit of research. Eventually, I went to Marin and got into the program, right? And it's been many, many years now. It's been close to 8 years that I've been, you know, involved, you know, pretty much on a constant basis. I took a couple of years break, but there was something about learning about myself, learning not only about myself, but how it is that we function as humans, right? And how important it is to two things, to realize, to have a lot of it is to reach awareness of where we are right now. What are the conditions that we're facing? What are the opportunities? What are the resources? What are the things that we considered blocks to moving forward? And also to have a vision of where we want to go. One of the first things that we learn to ask is like, what would you like? And to have that awareness, and to go through the process of learning about what are these two things and everything that is around it has been extremely fruitful to understand myself and accept myself of where I am and the things that I want to achieve, but also in my interactions with others. So when I, you know, interact with somebody else, to understand that it's not that they are one way or the other, but there's a bunch of circumstances that they are affecting their behavior at this point. And that knowledge also helps to help the person in front of me to start finding the venues to unfreeze those frozen areas so they can move forward the way they want.
It's so beautiful. And it's what, because, you know, you look at it and we work with a lot of entrepreneurs and executives, and they're looking for that success. And then somehow their system is not ready for that success. And what I mean by that, not being ready, because people might say, what are you talking about? Well, there's something that their system is not accepting that they could be successful. You know, it's and we can get into a whole bunch of stories, but this is so beautiful to recognize what you're sharing, Alvaro, is what I just want to echo. They're sharing like where they are and where they want to go. And then especially when you notice someone knows the strategy, this is where it became super aware to me. They know what they need to do and somehow they're not doing it. It's because there's some subconscious choice. It's not frontal lobe. It's not the choice they're making. You know, we reach as humans for better quality life, but then part of the older parts of our brain are saying, we know we survive this way. Like, this is 100% proven. Like, look how we've been living. Leave it alone, you know, and then it somehow works it out. So I'm super fascinated about it. As you know, that's why we've taken all the same classes. And that's, again, coming back to this fit, because now together, you and I and the rest of our team will be able to help thousands more, you know, and that's one of our core values is together we can all go farther. We can all do more. Many hands make light work. So I'm also equally excited about having you on the team and with this. And so I guess I'm really curious now with what you just said, you know, you started this quest at a low point. You know, you had your career with corporate and that went away. Your relationship went away. It was like a basic, it was almost like a cocoon. Like you like went in, you were the caterpillar, and then you like came out this butterfly for all this transformation. But I guess I'm curious, you know, it's you've come a long way, I guess. So I'm just looking at those steps that allowed you to be here today.
When I was working for corporate, it was weird because I was putting easily 60, 70 hours a week. I would be, this is the funny thing, it really hit me. I was working at 11 at night, writing this report and saying, I want to send an email to my supervisor just to give him an update or whatever, right? Boom, 11 on a Friday or whatever. And 15 minutes later, bing, I get a response and I'm like, what is going on? I thought I was like so committed. And then I'm getting the response right away. And I'm like, what is going on? How come people are working so hard? What is going on? So that was a realization. It's crazy. It's
Right.
crazy because
Everyone
we don't have
was
time.
doing it, right?
We don't have time to live. You know,
Right.
that like it's like we live to work, and that is not fun.
No.
That is it's not fun. It's unhealthy, right? And we can see it in so many aspects of our society today. And that kept on because then I became a solo, an entrepreneur. You know, just doing contract work. And I found myself doing pretty much the same thing. Forget weekends, right? So
Yeah.
although I had my manage my own hours, it's also a rat race.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so and one of the things that this experience has brought to my awareness is about having a vision, right? Because that is the roadmap. You know, having where we want to go is the key to start looking about what are the ways, what are those real or perceived roadblocks that we have, and then you can actually start working on those, you know, and finding out what alliances you can make, right, and what's at stake, and how to make those alliances actually work to understand yourself and the persons that you're working with, you know, in a much better and more congenial fashion.
The way the level of awareness is like through the roof when you, and then your ability, like you said it best, that you're working on self, right? Accepting ourself, and that's what it really boosts the, you know, the things that we all call like self-esteem, self-awareness, like, you know. And it does come back even to love, right? Like loving thyself, then you can love others, right? That saying is so old and even has been cliche, but it's so true. Our, you know, it's it really does. If we can fully embrace ourselves and not beat ourselves up, you know, then we can be in alignment or rapport with self, then we can be a better rapport with others, which then that's what helps us in the work environment, building teams. You know, I've seen it so many times, people self-sabotaging, like bringing like the worst possible team around them. And we all can relate, right? How many of us have had relationships where the person that triggers us the most is the one that we choose to spend time with? And then you continually get triggered and upset. And, you know, somehow we have a radar for this. And the radar is we want to keep the script the same. So the characters might change, but the story remains the same. And then these are where the tools come in that you and I've learned, Alvaro, is that we can actually change the script. You could rewrite your life. Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients, so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.